These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Vasyl the Matrix Lomachenko. Lightweight division, of course, he's a former world champion in 3 different weight classes. Weighing in at 130 pounds, 5'6" tall with a reach of 65.4 inches. And he'll be squaring off against Amir Khan. 140 pounds, 5'8" tall with a reach of 71 inches.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity, and that timing to time off the long jab that comes in to jump over the top. It's about skills now. Skills will pay the bills.
Vasyl the Matrix Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko. Amir Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004, multi-time world champion, fighting out of Bolton, UK.
If this fighter knows how to use that reach, this is going to be a shut night.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting the 2-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous 3-division champion of the world, Vasyl Lomachenko. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 140-pound champion of the world, introducing Amir Khan.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk. You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
And what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Here we go for round 1. Left scores. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Caught him with that power punch. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These shots, even if they land, are going to do no damage. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? Got out of the way of that right hook. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. No rest for the weary. He just misses with that big right hand. So much firepower here. Good left hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Didn't take that jab well at all. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. It's defend yourself at all times, but this fighter hasn't defended themselves at all.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That counter shot lands. Fantastic punch. Just when you think they're going to have... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's being hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter shot with the right hand. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Do you believe this? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Loma. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He fails to score with that left hook. You can appreciate fast footwork and fast hands, then this is the division for you.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano. They're letting the shots go.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. There's a counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
This is the beginning of round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. That's another scoring shot.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Score with that left hand. Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That left counter was perfectly timed. Talk about Loma. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do different?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Round 7, here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
This fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Still swinging with nothing left. That punch landed. These two fighters are made for one another. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. You can see.
There's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
They score again with the left hand. On the right. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you got to think of, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot, a pickpocket.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Loma. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The thing in fights like that, when you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
There's the bell for round 9. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. What a punch. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Someone's will cave, but which fighter will... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma. Look at all that blood, but he's still wanting to come out for more.
I hope you've got a good coachman in that corner.
This is the 10th. Can it get any better? What a round we just saw.
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they had to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. No rest for the weary. Why aren't they keeping their gloves up? The current very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma. Well, the cut man's got some work to do in this corner.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be too brave for their fighter?
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. What an action-packed round that was. Let's see what they have in store for us here.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance? Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Quick punch scores. Which fighter will say no mas? He misses with that jab. They exchange punches. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma. That cut is going to cause some serious problems.
Cornerman, get your job done. Do it right.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. On to the 12th. They're off their stools, and what a fight this has been. Will it continue?
This is part of the game plan. You knew this was going to happen. Now you've got to stay still in your mind. You've got to think, right, don't get rattled. Don't get swayed by the crowd cheering or booing. Walk straight in there, stick to your game plan, show your shots, and then let it go. But do it at your pace.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Bombs away. We wanted action, and they are delivering. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.